Dear friends, welcome to the online course on AutoCAD 2D drafting. So beginners to expert level course. And today now one by one we will proceed for our skills used for building drawing in AutoCAD software. So I hope that my audio is clear to all of you and you are listening to me. So just type S for start in the chat box and then we will start the today's session. So now for the remaining 1 month, we will just take the regular class and so that we will just start the completing our skills and start the building drawing. So now today we will proceed with the some of the skills that we can use where the draw and modify commands. So today now we have to proceed with that. So I will just share my screen and today I hope that you will have a good insights regarding the various use of modify commands. So I will share you one of the PDF where you will get some of the drawings that you can use. So I will just download that PDF from my WhatsApp and then we will start listening to that, learning to that drawings. So here, just I am saving this file. I will share this file with you uh, on the WhatsApp group and then we will proceed further. So now I am just opening that PDF where there are various drawings are there and that now we have to create today on our AutoCAD screen. So that file is on my desktop and that is about the construction of various drawings in the basic skills. So now these are the various drawings that I have taken from the engineering drawing book. And now we should be able to, whatever the skills now we have seen, till now we have seen some of the basic skills. So these drawings now you should be able to create as a basic drawing in the AutoCAD to understand the basic use of draw command and modify command. So today we will proceed some of the examples that I will take. So here side by side we will just observe our dimensions from this drawing and then we will use these drawings. So here today now we will proceed with the creating of this type of spanner. So you know that this is a spanner. We can use it to tighten the screw. So these are the some dimensions given for this and how the various commands can be used in such type of drawings. So that demonstration we will see and that the most important is in the AutoCAD whenever you create any drawing, it may be either a building drawing or a any object drawing, it should be with the proper dimension. So if you are not creating the proportionate or the dimension drawing in the AutoCAD, then it is of no use. So therefore we have to also see that whatever the dimensions are given that should be properly followed and accordingly we should be able to draw that drawing. So one by one now we will look forward. So I request you to take the screenshot of this page where there are two drawings are there. One is for spanner and one is for handle. So this one handle and then one spanner and then one key. So I request all the participants to take the screenshot of this and then we will proceed for how to create this drawing in the AutoCAD. So here we will proceed with the AutoCAD now. You know that I have started the AutoCAD screen and where I have taken the dimension unit as millimeter. So first of all, I will just draw a vertical line so that we will get some idea about that. So here now already we have seen that 2-3 modes now we have to keep it always on. So here you can just see that I have keep this polar mode on, that is F10, and then I also make it on F3, that is object snap F3, and then also object snap tracking. Now in the object snap we know that in the setting we generally keep endpoint, midpoint and intersection. So this EMI that already we have seen, EMI that we have to keep it open. But now because our drawing is a having some circular part, so also we will use some center as also the one of the circle center that also we can use. and at present now only this 4 we will make it open. So endpoint, midpoint, center, and then intersection. So that object snap we always use, and then object tracking, that is F11 and then F10. So these are the things. Now I have started with this. So looking forward, the one by one we will follow the dimension of the drawing. So here for the spanner, you know that, so this width of the spanner is 34. So now I will go in the AutoCAD and I will offset this vertical line by 17 both the side. So I will go to the offset command, and now I will give the offset distance as 17 and press enter. Then I will offset this line on the left side and on the right side. So you can see that this is a distance 34. Now that was we have just created. Then next is, then you have to see that at the top end, this is the center of this, where from this edge to this edge distance is given as 40, and the angle of inclination of this line is 30 degree. Means we have to draw one line which is 30 degree at this point. So that also we have to now carry out. So this, how this can be done, so that we will see here. So first of all, I will go here, and by using the object tracking, I will just draw one perpendicular line here. So this is one perpendicular line. Now what I will do, I will match the center of this line with this center line. So now this was match. Now this is now okay. Now with this, I want this vertical and horizontal line at 30 degree angle. So I will select both the lines, click on this grip, and then you can see that on the command line, the stretch command starts. So press the space bar. So here move command starts. Again press the space bar. Rotate command comes, and now you can give the angle of rotation as 30 degree and press enter. So you can see that now I have drawn this and rotated this center at by 30 degree angle. So this is the exactly center of this spanner. And at this point, I have used the rotation base point and 30 degree angle we have given. So that is the another part that we require. Now with this center, so this distance is 40. So now I have to offset on the both the end, so that we will offset this by 20. So I will again use offset command, use the offset distance as 20, press enter, and then offset this line on the left side and on the right side. So we will get these two lines at a distance of 40 millimeter. So that part was now completed. Now then, after all this, from the center, the edge of this spanner where this circular end starts, that is given as 13 millimeter. So I have to use this line at 13 millimeter. So this is the end of the spanner. So I will go to the AutoCAD drawing, and now here I will use offset command and give the offset distance as 13, and now offset this line to outward end. Now this is the point where you can just see. Now in this way, the basic structure, these are the construction lines that we have now created. With this, then we will proceed with our now the drawing. So here from the drawing we can just see that this part is straight one, but how much is the straight distance from this end to this end, that is not given in the drawing. But instead of that, this is a circle having radius 23. So this is also given. From this center, the radius 23 circle we can draw, so that the inside part, this one, that we will get. So with this inside part, we have to draw the circle with radius 23. So we will go to the AutoCAD, and now here with this center, so I will start the circle command and specify this center, and then give the radius as 23 and press enter. So you will get the circle of 23. Means you have to only keep this circle only, and remaining circle you want to delete. So for that purpose, I will use trim command, and after the trim command, I will trim the remaining part of the circle on all the side. So I will just click one by one, and whole circle that I will delete by using the trim command. So I have to just click on the part and click and click and click. So what we get, that is the remaining part. Now again, this line is only up to this distance. So again, beyond this part, I have to delete. So I will again go to trim, and I will trim this part also and this part also. So friends, you can see that this is a new 2025 version where trim commands automatically starts trimming and automatically detecting the boundary edge, cutting edge. So that is automatically done by the trim command. So means now what we get, this is the line that circle goes here and again goes here. So we also need to trim these lines. So I will again trim this line and this line. So you can see that the inner part of the spanner that now we have created. Now again you have to see that this extra line was there, so that we don't need. So that also we will delete. This also line we can trim. So I will go to again trim command and I will trim this part. Then this line also we can trim. Extra lines are there on the both the ends. So this line we can also delete. This line we can also delete. And even with this line also is not needed in the center. Yes, now our work was done. So whatever the dimensions are there, accordingly now other remaining lines are not required. So only I have kept these center lines only I have kept. Now this inner part of the spanner that we have created, and now we have to proceed by creating the outer shape of the spanner. So here you can just see in the drawing. So this is a radius 30 circle and this is also a radius 30 circle, means both these sides. So we can draw a circle of 30. But where is the center of this circle is not given in this drawing. So center is not this one. So again, for radius 30, I have to identify the center of the circle. So it should be such like that from this end also there should be some distance which is at a 30 distance. So now that we have to identify the circle, center of the circle for the radius 30. So now what I will do here, look, we have to look the carefully. What I will do instead of that, I will use circle command and I will draw the circle at this end. So here I will give the center and then give the radius of 30. And now with this, you can see that this circle now what I have recently drawn, it is intersecting at this point. So this is the point where I can draw the circle which will pass through this point and it goes here in this way. So to identify this means I have taken a particular chop from that end and where that reaches to that bottom circle. So this will be our point of intersection for the new radius. So there either we can here mark a point or you can create a circle. So instead of that, I will go to the point command. So here you can just check out with the point command, and in the point command I will just here I can mark the point, but that point should be visible. So I have clicked here, but now that point may not be visible. So what I have to do, I have to go to the option on the command line and PDMODE, PD mode, and I will place the PD mode value as 1. So again, I will go to the PD mode and PD mode value we will give 2. So you can see that now the plus sign appears here. Now again, we can go to PD mode and we can use now value 3. So you can see that now cross appears. So this is okay for us. So this I have marked. So this is the center what we have to use. Now I will delete this circle. This circle I have done extra to identify the center of that circle. So that now we will delete. Similarly, on this end also, we have to identify where is the center of the circle. So again, I will go to circle command and I will draw this circle from here. So I am just taking one of the chop in this way and having radius 30. So it was done. Now this is the center that here. So I have to go to the point command and I have to mark the point. So this point I can mark here. Yes. And now I can delete this. Yes. Now it is required to create a circle from this center. So now when I go to the circle command, so you cannot click this point because here it is showing endpoint, or you cannot click it here. So for that purpose, again, you have to remember that for magnetically capturing this type of points drawn by the point command, we have to use the object snap, which is made for point only. So that object snap, we have to make it on. So where I will go here in the object snap feature, right click here. On the right click, I will click on insertion point. Here you can just node. This is the node for the point command. So you have to make it on. Means node you have also made it on. And now you can just see that when now I go to the circle command and I will go near to this. So I can pick this point and this is the center of the circle. And now I will give the radius of this circle as 30. So you can just see that it is exactly passing through this end. Means this part is now completed. So we have to trim the inside part. So I will use the trim command and I will delete this inside part also, and this also. So all that part I have deleted. Now same thing you have to do it here. So again I will go to the circle command and now at this I will pick this point by using the node. You can just see that node word was indicated there because node object snap option we have made it on. So this is the center and you can give the radius of the circle as 30. So you can see that it exactly passes through this edge. Now we have to delete the unnecessary part of the circle. So again we will go to trim command, delete this one, delete this one, delete this one, delete this one, delete this one also, delete this one also. So this also you can delete, of course, if you require this one. I also delete this one also. So you can see that these are the two parts I have created for the outer side of the spanner. Now the important is again you can see that the part of the spanner which is here is continuous. So for that the radius was mentioned, that is 53, and it is from this center. So now I have to go to the again circle command, and in the AutoCAD we will go for the circle command, and now I will take this point as a center of the circle and give the radius of 53. So that circle will automatically touch to this circle which are 30 diameter. So now these are the touching parts. So this inside part I can also make the trim. So I will go to the trim command and this inside circle I will trim. This also I will trim and this part also I will trim, and you can see that the object was remaining. Now outer circle also we need to trim here. So this was the part trim, and you see that. So this is the part of the spanner that was now ready. Now another important thing is that whatever these two vertical lines are there, that also are unnecessary. They are going beyond this center. So we can trim them also. So I will trim this part, then this part, and also this part. Here also same, this one, this one, this one, this segment, and this segment also. Now in this way, the preliminary part of your spanner was now ready. So you can just check with this. So now the most of the part was ready. Now there is a curve here. So there is having radius of 20. So this curve I have to provide, or this curve I have to provide. So I request anybody can tell me that which command should I use to provide this curve part on the spanner. So type your answer in the chat box, which command I should use to mark the curve on the spanner. So those who are attending the classes, you just type your command name in the chat box so that I will proceed with that. Now we have to provide the curve here. So what command that I can use for this? So can anybody tell me that name of the command in the chat box, so that we will use that command. Now see that why I am asking you the question, that the important is AutoCAD commands are very easy. But for a particular type of work or particular type of drawing or a particular type of skill, we must also should have a recalling of the command. So once you decided that you have to create this drawing, so for that, what is the best suitable command that I can use to draw that part of that object, so that you should be knowing or you should be remembering very fast. So that is the important thing required here. So therefore it comes with the practice. Now whenever you try to draw this type of objects in the AutoCAD, So then again, you will understand that which type of command I can use for this type of parts. So Janvi has given the answer, that is wrong answer. Polyline we cannot use here because we are not knowing the start and end point. So there is another command that we can use. See, the command is very simple, but we can achieve the speed in the AutoCAD only when that a proper command we should recall fast. And then that command we can just start using. So otherwise, you will try another command, and you will try to complete that drawing. So it may be possible that you will complete that drawing, but it will take more time if you not use the proper command. So to recall that proper command, that is also one of the important thing, and that you should know. So I hope that others will also give the answer in the chat box. One answer was given, polyline, that was wrong, but another answer anybody knows. So just type your answer in the chat box, or then you have to see that if this is the case, then you have to remember all these commands again and again. What type of work we can do with what type of command. So that again you have to practice. Until and unless you are not practicing the name of that command and the function of that command, then you will not gain the speed in the AutoCAD. Because the important thing is all the functionalities are available in the AutoCAD, but you must be able to identify the correct command which is fast and which is properly applicable for the particular type of task in the engineering drawing or in the building drawing. So I hope that nobody is answering here. So if you are not knowing the answer, you can just always type no in the chat box. So then I will understand that you are responding me, you are listening me, and you are not knowing the answer, and that answer I have to tell you. So in that way, we can interactively proceed in this class. So I hope that most of the people are just not responding. Yes. So it is good thing that if you communicate fast, then we will not waste our time and we will proceed further. So the another important command that is very simple and that we have to use it here, so that I will reveal here. So first we will observe this drawing. Now you can see that here I have to create a curve part which is having radius of 55. So this can be done by using fillet command. So fillet is a very simple command that you can see here. So this is a fillet command, and now you can go for the R for radius. So you can give the specify radius of the fillet, and that we will give 55 because for our drawing the curve is 55. So we have to use the fillet command having radius 55, and now you can just see that I will click with this circle and this line and see that this curve is properly created having radius 55. So that thing you have to remember. The answer of the question that I have asked is fillet command. Now the another part we will complete for this drawing, and that is radius 20. So again I have to go to the fillet command. So I will go to the fillet command and now type R for radius, and now give the radius value as 20 because the radius is 20 given in the drawing. Press enter, and then you can select to this part, and this part you can see that the 20 radius curve was applied, and now this way our drawing was completed. So we will click here line command and we will just make it straight. So this is the part of the spanner. Now these two cross points are not required, so that also we can change, or these lines are there, center lines are there. So this, if you not needed that, so you can either make them dotted or you can load the center line. So here what I will go, this is the line type already we have seen. So I have to go to here you have to click on other button and you have to load here, and we need I will click any one of that and I will find center line. So this is the center line. Okay, and now this center line was there. So you have to click OK, and now I can apply the center line option to these lines. So here select these two lines and change it from here the center line. You can also see that in the line command already we have seen we have to change the line type scale. So I can make it 5, or I can make it 0.5 also, or I can make it 0.1 also. So it depends upon your dimension. So we can just take 0.2. So you can see that now the proper center lines were appeared, and now this is the complete spanner. if you want to give the name, so you can always use the text command to give the name. So now this drawing we have to save. So already we have seen that there is a particular method to save the drawing. So you have to go here. The best way is that in the AutoCAD 25, this quick launch toolbar is given. Now in the quick launch toolbar, the third command is very much required, that is save command. So you save this line. Now you have to see that always we have to save our drawing to our AutoCAD folder. So now you know that already we have seen that on the D drive we have to always create one folder which is named as AutoCAD drawing or AutoCAD building drawings. Open this folder, and in this folder we have to give the proper name to our drawing. Now this time I will give the name that spanner, SPANNER, and this was my drawing. And now I will save this drawing here, and that will be get saved on the D drive and in the AutoCAD building drawing folder. So already this part also we have seen in previous lecture. So in this way we have completed our first drawing. Now with this also we will proceed with the some of the dimensions and all these things are there. So I hope that it was clear to all of you. So for trying the next drawing in the AutoCAD, type N for next in the chat box, and then we will start with the preparing another drawing in this file. So type N in the chat box so that we will go for the next drawing to be prepared in the today's session. And there are few other commands now that we have to remember. So in this way you should be able to prepare these type of drawings are there. So these are very important good drawings where you can practice the basic commands whatever the now given to us. So with these dimensions, all these dimensions are given, and there we have to try the simple basic commands, that is draw and edit commands. So just type N for next in the chat box, and then we will proceed for this drawing. So this is another drawing, that is a mechanical drawing. Here the cam was there. So this cam now we will try. So for that purpose, just look at this drawing. So these are some dimensions given. So from this center to this center, the distance was given as 45. Then the inner circle radius is 40 here. This inner circle radius is 20. And then this outer is 40 radius. Then this outer edge of this part, that was 98 radius. The distance from this center to this center is 90. So in this way, we will just again try this drawing, now this drawing in the AutoCAD. So we will proceed for that. So here, now I will again draw the vertical line first. So this already we have to see that we have to draw some of the lines, those who are construction line. So I have just drawn one line. Now with this drawing, this is another center and this is another center, and distance between them is 45. So we will offset this vertical line by 45. So we will again go to AutoCAD, use offset command, then distance 45, enter, and now I will give just distance to 45 here, and now I will draw one horizontal line. So this drawing we will get. Now with this center, we can draw the drawing and with the dimensions. So here the first circle was 20 radius and here the center was 40 radius. So we will have to draw the two circles. So go to circle command, one circle here, type radius as 20, press enter. So another again command we have to give here. So I think that dimension was something wrong. It is radius, no, this outer one was 20. The inner circle radius was not given. I think it is half of that. So we have to take this radius as 10. So inside circle, we have to take the radius 10. So circle command, click the center and radius as 10. So these are the two circles. Now here again, there are the two circles. So one is having diameter 40 and another is having radius 40. So that we will go here. So circle command, and from here diameter we will go for D, and diameter we will type 40 and enter. So this is 40 diameter. Then again we will go to the circle command, and then this is the center, and the radius now is 40. So these are the two circles. Now this part now we have already completed with this. But now you can see that this is only a half circle part. So that only we have to create. So therefore we have to delete the remaining part of the circle. So we will go here and use the trim command, and the half part of this circle now we will inside the circle that we will delete. Yes. So this we will delete. Now we have to draw the straight line from this end to this circle. Here also we can make it the same thing this way. So this much part was now completed. So this part was completed. Now here, so this is circle of 20. So this is the circle already going on. Now from this center to this center, the distance was 90. So we have to draw this circle also, bottom part of this drawing. So you can just go here and now offset this horizontal line by distance 90 to the bottom. So that 90 distance and this line offset by a bottom here. So here now we have to draw the remaining circles. So that circles are having these two holes of 20 diameter. So this is the diameter 20 and this is radius 20. So first we will draw with the diameter 20. So I will go to circle command. This is the center of that, and type D for diameter, and then diameter was 20. So this was done. Then circle command. This was the center, and then radius is 20. So that is 20. This was completed. So this is also part was completed. Now with this, you have to see that this is the radius 26. This part we have to draw, which is touching to this circle and this circle. So again, we have to use the fillet command, or now here the typical condition was there. The radius of the circle is known to us and it is touching to the two objects. So for that, what option we can use? Can anybody tell me? So that in the circle option, there are various options are there. So here we have to use the option of tangent radius, means the circle is tangent to the two objects and of given radius. So I will go to this option. Now here I have to give the first touch point to this circle, another touch point to this circle, and now I have to specify the radius as 26. So you can just see that the circle is drawn to touching to this both the circle, means outer part now I can trim. So I will use the trim command here. Here also, now this vertical line is not required no more. Then this circle now we have to trim. So we go to trim command and trim this part also. So now this was done. Now only the outside part was remaining, and that part was given having a radius of this is 90. So this is radius is 90. So again we have to go for tangent radius. But at this time, what we will do? We will go to the again circle command, and here we have to choose the option as tangent radius. And now you can see that tangent to this circle, and radius of 90. So you can see that this is the circle having radius 90 and it is touching to both this outer circle. Now this part was completed. Remaining part of this circle we can trim from here. So I will trim this part. So you can just see, zoom it here, and this also we have to trim. So this part was also completed. Now in this way, this inside circle also we need to delete. So we can trim that part also. So we can trim this part and this part. Here also we can trim this part and this part and this part. So this was now trimmed. So another, this remaining part also inside part now we have to trim. So there also we will apply the trim command. So trim this one, and this one. So now you can see that whatever the drawing object was given, so that now we have completed. Only the part remaining is here. There is a fillet radius of 6. So this is the fillet provided. So this is the 6. So there we will provide the fillet radius. So we will go to the fillet command in the AutoCAD. So go to fillet command and give the radius is equal to 6. and press enter. And now you can zoom to this part and you can just see that we can click here and here. So it will automatically get smoothened. So this is the fillet option. Radius 6 we have given. And in this way, we have completed our drawing. So if you want that these lines are so much long, so then you can adjust them. You can put this center exactly to this matching line, and then here also you can do the same thing. So if you feel this line is little bit larger, so you can just make it up to here, and now you can convert these lines to the center line. So again you can choose all these lines. Now because in this drawing the already center line I have done, so I can use the match properties command here. So by match property command, you can take the property of this center line and you can apply that center line to this line, and this line, and this line also. So you can see that automatically the scale was also applied to that. And if you want at all to identify these center lines separately in your drawing, so you can choose them and you can change the color from here. So at present, I will just give you the yellow color, suppose. So these are the faint lines with the yellow color, and these white lines will be printed dark. So in this way, you can create these type of objects. So dear students, today I will share this PDF file to all of you, and you have to see that these drawings you have to practice at your home, so that you have to make the practice of recalling the commands, those you are frequently required, and how you can just do that very fast. So that is again required here. With this again, now another drawing that we will create today, and that is about this handle. So I will go with a little bit fast. So you should know that this handle we have to draw. This outer diameter is 40 and this is the 10 dimension, and this is also a 41, and this part is having length 20 and diameter as 30. So how this type of drawing? So here we will make one of the important thing. Whenever there is a symmetrical drawing, you have to only create the half part of that. So that you have to remember. So only half part now we have to draw. So if suppose that we will understand this is the center part of this handle, so then the above part will be only of, instead of 40 it will be got 20 and this is 10. So only that much part we have to draw. So we will start drawing this in the AutoCAD as the third object, and then we will complete today's class. So I will go again with the horizontal line, and now with this line we have to draw one of the rectangle here, so which will be starting on this line, and then we have to type the dimension as we require it 10, 20. So you can just see that this width is 10 and this is 20. So again it is bottom part will be same 20. So I am drawing only the half part. Now with this drawing, this is the part that is 30 by 20, means only half part we have to draw. So it will be 15 by 20. So 20 horizontal, 15 vertical. So I will again go to the rectangle command here and draw the rectangle from this corner, and I will type the add size, and that will be horizontal distance will be 20 and height will be 15. So that 15 by 20. So that now I have completed. Now the remaining part now I have to draw. For that we have to clearly see that this inside distance should be 28. So means I have to work for that. This line, this curve should be tangent to this inside edge, that is 20, having 28 distance. So for that purpose I will offset this center line by 14. So this is the inside line at a distance of 14 millimeter. So if you on the both the side you require, so you can also make this 14 on this side also. So this is the inner part of that handle, which is having minimum diameter of 28. So that is already given. Now here again one curve was given having radius 30. So you have to identify the center which is having radius 30. So for that part, now what we will go, we require from this corner. From this corner we require. So I will just trim the extra part of this lines on the sides. So I will delete this line also. So this I am not require. And again, this is also not required, but we will just delete this one also. And now we have to draw the part 30 here. So I will draw one circle that is center with the radius. From here I will draw it 30. Means it is interacting at this end. Means this is the center of that. So I have to mark the point here. So I will mark the point here. You can see that the cross appears. And now I will delete this circle because I have got the center of that circle. From here, now this is the center and this is the 30 radius. So this circle was drawn. So now remaining part I will trim here. So this part we will trim. This part also we will trim. And this is also not required. So half part of this handle was created. Now this is the minimum diameter, that is 28. So I have taken this 14. And now with this, we have to see that the arc, this is touching to the arc having radius of 60. So this is the 60 resistance required. You can see in the drawing, I will just enlarge this one. Yes, so this is the radius 60 for this arch. So how that we have to compose? So for that purpose, what I will do, now it should be touching to this edge, this corner. So for that, I will draw one circle from this corner having radius 60. So that is one circle. And now this circle, on this circle, there will be a one edge where from this arc we can draw. So for that purpose, we have to understand that this is the radius 60. So it should also go to with this edge. So that also now we have to identify. So for that, what should be this distance that we have to identify? So it is touching to this edge. So now where from this circle should be drawn, that we have to identify. Here the distance between this end to this is also not given here. So that is again one of the important part. So here we have to draw this line, and on this circle here also, from this corner also we can draw a circle of 60. So from here we can draw a 60. So it is touching here. Now this is our center of the circle. Here you can mark the center of that. And now we can delete both these circles. Now we do not require this one. So from here, now we have to draw a circle with this center and radius equal to 60. So in this way, it is going here. Now you can see that this circle is touching, going beyond this. So we have to move this circle up. So I will just make it here and move it here vertically. So now it is touching to this 28 diameter inner circle. Now this is okay. But you can just see that it is not touching to this edge. So because of that, now we have to identify that what should be the radius of this circle. So that how it can be done, that you have to identify, and then only we can complete this edge. So for that, you have to identify that the circle touching to this line and having radius 60 and passing through this point, that we require. So for that, we have to identify that object. So I will just try here one of the circle which is having radius 60, and one circle from this end having radius 60. So this two circle meets again at this end. So I have to delete this point and I have to use this as a center. So I will start the circle from here and take the radius as 60. Now you can see that this is exactly touching to this. So this circle is wrong one, and this is touching here properly. So these two circles are of not now use. So this work was done. And now this is touching to this and passing through this corner and having radius 60. So remaining part now I will trim. So this also we can trim it, but no problem. This was done. Now with the remaining part here, this is having the radius of 50 r. So here we have to draw a one circle which is touching to this arc and having radius 50. So that also now we have to understand. So for that purpose, you can just see that it is on the another side. So what we have to do, we have to draw the offset line parallel to the another dimension, and then we can draw. So I will offset the distance by here 50. So it is going here. So from here I will take this bottom line, and then from this I have to mark the circle of 50 diameter. So from this edge 50 radius. So where it is touching now, this point we have to take to draw the circle of 50 radius. So this one, and then take the radius as 50. So now it is passing through this point, but it is not touching to this arc. So that we have to remember. So therefore, we have to draw one of the circle which is having center on this line. So it should have a center on this line, and it should be touching to this. So this center we have to identify, which is at a distance of 50. So that is also another challenge in the drawing. And with that, you can complete the outer part of this handle. So how this can be done, that also we have to now identify. So this arch should be having radius 50. So to identify that, you have to also see that this circle is touching to this circle also, this inside one. So radius of this is 60 and this is 50. So it is total 1110. Means from the center, this center should be 1110. So for that, now we have to take the effort. So what I will do here, I will just use the object snapping, that is for the center, that is on. Now actually it is on now. So from this for this particular arc, you have to find out the mark the center of this circle also. Yes, this is the circle, and here you have to draw 1110 radius. So it is going here. And now on this, we have to find out this circular part. So we have to mirror first this one. So I will just go here, grip mode, then stretch, move, rotate, mirror command, then C for copy, then B for base point, and its base point should be here, and you can make it here. So this curve was now created. And for this circle, the distance is 1110. So it is touching to this circle which is having 50 radius. So that we have to identify. So for that purpose, I will just move this circle to the this bottom one. And now with this as a 60 and this is as a 50. So we have to draw one circle touching to this circle. So that arc, whatever now coming was there, it should be like this here. So I will just showing it here. It is not exactly, but this is one of the important challenge. So that what I want to identify is we are not knowing exactly where the circle center was there. So that is the typical important part. So which is the circle touching to this this part and touching to this part, and it is having radius of 1110 and the center with this. So that we have to identify, and accordingly then we can complete this part. So dear friends, this is the challenge for all of you. So how you can do this one? So I have given the clue that the center of this and this should be 1110. And with this, how we can proceed? So that we have to identify this center, where the center will be there, from where we can draw this circle of this 50. So this you have to complete, then you can complete this much part. At this edge, you can make the fillet, so that half part of the handle was ready, and then you can mirror it at the bottom. So in this way, it should be challenging to all of you that we have to understand that which command fits here and how that command can be smartly used with this object. So that is one of the important challenge that we have to identify, and then accordingly we can draw the circle. So now this 50 radius circle will be tangent to this, and it is also tangent to this, and having radius 50. So that is also, it is possible that we can draw one line which is from here, and then we can delete this. We can go for the circle with the tangent radius, which should be tangent to this line, which should be tangent to this circle, and having radius 50. You can just see that very easily we can draw this part. So we have to trim the extra part. So I will trim the extra part of the circle here also, on this side also, this one also. So sorry, I have made the mistake. So extra part was deleted. Yes. So we will trim this outer part first only. Only we will keep this much. And you can just see that now this was done properly. So you can trim this and this part. So now your handle was joining smoothly. So this is possible. So this I will delete. So half part was completed. Now I can also delete this line, and you can mirror this part on the upper side. So you can check this one, go to the grip mode, space the space bar, move, rotate, scale, mirror, then C for copy and B for base point. And with this center line, we can mirror this part on the top edge. Yes, so this part was mirrored there. So you can see that now we will delete all these horizontal lines, and now this is the completed. Extra part you can trim it here and here. So it is very easy. And now we have to provide the fillet here. At this edge also you can delete this part, you can trim this part. Now you can see the handle was created. Now here we have to just only apply the fillet. So you can go for that. Fillet radius is here now 10. So you can go to the AutoCAD, go to the fillet command, type R for radius, type the radius 10 and apply the radius here, fillet here and here. Yes, this was now completed. And so you can see that now I will delete remaining unwanted part. I can both mirror this rectangle's bottom, this part also I can mirror. So go to the grip command, stretch, move, rotate, scale, mirror, and copy for mirror copy, and then click here. So this part was mirrored, and now you can see that this was a fantastic handle that was created as a one of the mechanical object. So in this way, you have to keep in mind that the object is simple, dimensions are also simple, but you should know the what command is more useful here and how we can fast take that advantage of that command and create the particular object that what we require. So in this way, I have just given you that importance of using the draw and modify commands to create this type of objects. So today I am now sharing the PDF where this type of 10 objects are given and the dimensions are given. Now in the upcoming lectures, we will also give the dimension to this object. So that is the another 2 lectures will be there on the dimensioning and annotation. So there we will give the naming to that. So you save this drawing properly with the proper file name and see that you will be able to create these type of drawings. So thank you once again for joining today's session. So I just request you to type your feedback in the chat box, and then we will close the today's session. So just type your feedback in the chat box, and then we will end the today's class. Yes. So thank you for joining to today's class. See you again on the 2nd of January. Oh, sorry, 2nd of December. So we will proceed with the some of the new skills in the AutoCAD. Thank you once again for joining. See you on the 2nd December. Thank you.